Hey everybody, this is Trish from T Gaming, and I'm really excited to bring this one to you. I am currently playing Neverwinter, and I am doing a 25-man raid. It's the first one that you can do called Rise of Tiamat. I'm in the Temple of Tiamat, and what made this extra exciting was the fact that you get to defeat the dragon, the five-headed dragon, on the loading screen when you first enter into Neverwinter. It was totally awesome. So this first part, there's kind of three waves to this raid. The first part is you're going to defeat all the summoners. So that's what we're doing right here. There seems to be a lot of debate as far as gear score goes to do this raid. A lot of the guides that I'm seeing, they say it requires you should have at least a 12,000 gear score. Some say that you can get in as low as 10,000. I know when you do the looking for group thing, I think Chris and I got in at 7,400, but it was a real big awakening because our survivability was really bad. They also suggest that you buff with the potions and the scrolls. There's two things to particularly look for. You want to buff with the scroll of protection from dragons, which will protect you from dragon damage. And you also want to buff with the potion of dragon slaying, which will help you do more damage toward dragons. Those two are really key with this raid. And I think they drop in some of the chests, but you can definitely get them with dragon coins from Protector's Enclave. That is so awesome. When I first saw that, whew, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, that is the dragon. So right now what we're doing is we're protecting the clerics. There's 3 clerics that have to be protected. When you see that big red ring, that's something that you really want to stand out of, because that does a lot of damage, and if you don't have a high gear score, it will one-shot you. I cannot tell you how many times Chris and I have been one-shot in this raid. Yes. Don't stand in it. So once these summoners have completed, once the clerics have completed their summoning and the bars are completely blue and filled, it brings Tiamat back up to a point where you can fight the different heads. There's 5 heads. There's black, green, red, blue, and white. They each do different kind of damage abilities. One does like fire, one does poison, one does, I think, like an ice, one does electricity. So basically you just want to knock down their health. You get about a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes to defeat as many as you can. So typically they do 2 at a time, leaving blue last because blue seems to be the hardest. And then the last round, when they all come up with just a little bit of health, you try and knock them all down, and then that's the end of the raid. Alright! Now that Tiamat is defeated, it's time for the best part. And you know what that is. Stats and loot. So you can look at the scoreboard, you can see who did the most damage, who did the most healing, who died the most, which is a lot of fun to look at, because sometimes Chris and I end up on that one. A lot of times I'm 1 or 2 on healing, woo, because I'm awesome. So in this raid, you get seals of protectors, you get some gear, you get some gemstones, some shards. The gear is not the gear you're looking for, because it's normally 390 or 360, but the shards and the coins and the seals are definitely good to get. Once a week you can get the Dragon Queen's chest, the key, and open that up. We'll get you extra gear, extra shards. Thank you guys for joining me. It was a lot of fun. TNRT.com, TNRT Gaming. This is Trish. See ya!